That's the composter, now at level 3. So we'll go for the flower power research, which will unlock our flower shop. Whilst we wait on that, let's turn our attention to the Let It Grow research, which we've already completed. So now we have access to the Plantation build. The Plantation is a big build set over 2 levels, and I think we have at least 4 cells on each level, and we will set it just about here. So let's start the build work order for it, and one of our free idiots should then go and pick that up. Emery is working on a level 3 upgrade to the glassblower hut at the moment, but is requesting in quite a lot of different coloured items here, which I would rather wait on getting the dyer's hut up first, so then we can teach them those recipes. I think I may cancel that work order here. So instead, she has moved on to upgrade the Fletcher's hut to probably level 3 I assume, and it, at least for the moment, seems like a much more reasonable build for them to get up. Cody is still working on the level 3 upgrade to the university. We are nearly 80% supplied for it and over halfway done with it. He is just requesting in some sandstone stairs for it at the moment, which our stone mason is now upgraded, so has some more recipe slots available to it. So we will very quickly then teach it that recipe. On the topic of stonemasons actually, Onyx is upgrading it to level 4 for us, but is requesting in a prismarine slab, which we also teach here to the stonemason. So that is the open request system now pretty much fulfilled, and I think I will force Onyx to upgrade the plantation just after he's finished off with the stonemason. The farmer is requesting in some watermelon seeds at the moment, so what I think we will do is just simply teach him how to make his own damn melon seeds. So that too is now off of the list, but of course Emery is requesting some items in. The slabs to the stonemason, the lamps to the mechanic. Onyx now has everything in for the stonemason upgrade, and in fact, there it's complete. So he has now picked up the plantation build, of which he's already 50% supplied for it. And let's have a little look down the item list, which there is nothing tricky there at all. What is tricky though is Cody now asking for quite a few different items here for the university. The quartz slab, we simply teach to this idiot. As for the Lily of the Valley and Lily Pad, we will need to go exploring for those and find ourselves a flower forest as well as a swamp, at least until we do get up the flower shop. I believe we've arrived at the flower forest, so let's quickly scoop up just every flower that we can find, including our Lilies of the Valley. Next we are on the lookout for a swamp, which is a fair distance away unfortunately, so I've got a fair bit of travelling to do. We've arrived at the dark and wet place, which isn't code for your mum's bedroom, and here is our lily pads. Well, I collected a lot of garbage there, so let's quickly store all of it. And that's again some more requests now fulfilled, apart from bloody melons. You want a job done right? Do it yourself. It seems as if Emery has finished off with the level 3 upgrade to the Fletcher, and has moved on to a level 4 upgrade to the Sawmill. There are a few items here on the open request list which we will now need to fulfill for Emery, including a Sawmill block, which could be problematic. The framed stone items are simply taught via an architect's cutter recipe to the stonemason. The Sawmill hut block is a simple recipe taught to the Sawmill itself. And this, I reckon, is going to go tits up because of that. Emery better not replace the Sawmill block here with the new one that she's making up so that I lose all the recipes. But we will see. The yellow concrete, however, is sadly an item that I will need to teach here, at least until we do get a level 3 university, and then we can go for the pave the road research, which will give us access to the concrete mixer's hut, and they can then make that up for us. Also, I'm being slowly trapped in here at the moment. And the upgrade to level 3 for the university shouldn't take too much longer. We are now nearly 70% done with it, but I'm sure down the line that Cody will start requesting in even more items towards it. I'm not sure if I have the data pack installed that allows me to quickly solidify concrete from a cauldron. Yes, I do. So there you are then, Emery. You take those in, and do not screw up my Fletcher and Sawmill builds here. Those have too many recipes within them now. In fact, just in case she does, I'm just going to use this as a visual recording of what I have saved here already. Onyx is working on the Plantation build at the moment, and I see we've already made some decent progress with it. We are just over 70% supplied for it, and nearly 1/5 of the way complete. But I have just noticed something that has caught my attention there. Well, apart from the fact that Onyx was just killed by an arrow, I am pretty sure I just seen a skeletal bee go into that beehive there. Now that could be very handy for the future. I will keep my eye out on these beehives here. Right, let's go take out whatever took out Onyx. And here's his grave here actually, that is a bloody shame. Well, welcome in then, Irene. You are now the new builder. And she will pick up from where Onyx last left off with this. Cody again is asking for some new items, which are mainly to the Sawmill and Fletcher build actually, apart from the tall grass items, which I will very quickly scoop up here. There we are then, you take all of those in, and until we do get up the Dyer's hut, I will need to make the cyan banners. Or at least give the Fletcher all of the cyan wool so that they can then make up those banners. And once again, the open request list is looking a lot less full, apart from one polished blackstone stair, which that should now also be off the list. Another night has just passed there, and I do not trust that mobs haven't spawned underneath the plantation, so let's quickly rectify that. And now Irene can safely continue on with the plantation upgrade. I have seen that we have a single cell gap here between the plantation and intersection, so I think we will fill it in with a stairwell section. And I guess that was the sawmill just been upgraded across the way. No, not by the looks of it. Right, what have you idiots done? Oh, really, what have you idiots done here? You know, I vaguely remember there being an issue with the Sawmill and Fletcher last time. I don't actually think I can upgrade them normally, because for some reason these buildings are placed back to front. Right, let's maybe just cancel the rest of the Sawmill upgrade here. I don't know why that schematic does that, but it is very unfortunate that it is doing it. And the real only way for me to fix this and upgrade it is to creatively put in these buildings, I think, which I do hope won't interfere with the list of recipes for these builds. Well, here goes nothing then. This is a level 4 Sawmill coming up. And really unfortunately, that has caused all of our list of recipes to be lost here. Good job that we did take note of them earlier on. Here is the problem with the Sawmill build. For some reason, the schematic is saying that the Sawmill block is over here, which it clearly isn't. And because of that, every time that we do need to upgrade the building, we are having to overwrite the Sawmill block, so we're always going to lose those recipes. So I tell you what then, just to save that from happening again, let us just paste in the schematic for a level 5 Sawmill so that we never need to touch it again. So yes, we do now technically have our first level 5 building, albeit creatively cheated in, but now we have plenty of recipe slots within this, and we are sadly going to need to teach each one of them again. And I think we will also need to come in and tidy up the already upgraded Fletcher's hut, just to remove what damage has been done to it, although we could just simply upgrade it to level 4 to fix that. And it is the same story for the warehouse here. We will need to fix this up, which again, maybe just an upgrade to level 3 will probably just do it. That is Koa now pretty much supplied for the university upgrade, just some flower pots and white carpets remaining, which are the only two items on the open request list at the moment. So the white carpet recipe then to the broken Fletcher, and flower pots to the stonemason. Although we will need some bricks for that recipe, so let's quickly teach that recipe then to the stone smeltery. And there's the university up to level 3. So let's also go for the pave the road research to unlock the concrete mixer's hut. That is Emery just completing the stairwell upgrade for us. Perfect, so we now have access to the second floor for even easier access to the plantation build, which is now 3/4 of the way done, and this really won't take much longer before it is finished. Nope, definitely not. There it is. So a good day overall then, I guess. Apart from the sawmill breaking and Onyx dying. But apart from that, a good day indeed.